Hey guys, so I'm gonna do a tutorial for you today on the look that I posted just a couple of days ago. It was kind of a smoky eye look, dark on the lid and kind of a pinky color in the crease, and a few of you guys had kind of commented on the fact that I said I might do a tutorial about it, so I wanted to do that. Plus I'm trying out a new camera, so I'm really excited to get this because I've been filming on this really shitty it's not old, but it's just a point and snap camera that had like a video capability, which was not doing the trick at all. So I kind of bought myself a new camera, and I hope that it works. I hope that it's gonna look really good for y'all. So let me know what you think in the comments below. So I wanted to start this one off with just kind of a nude face and then move into what you should do for the entire look. So I'm gonna zoom in and show you what to do for the eye look. First thing I want to do, of course, is to prime, and I'm going to be using Urban Decay Primer Potion in Sin. And I just use my fingers to apply this, just a really small drop on my ring finger, and then I kind of dab them together like this, and apply that all over both lids. Next I'll be applying the lid color, and it is this color here. It's a really dark brown that looks kind of chocolatey in the palette, but when you apply it, it really turns kind of almost charcoal brown, if that makes sense. And so it works really well for this smoky look. And I'm just applying that with a flat paddle brush. Next I'm going to take a blending brush and just kind of soften the edge of that up because I'm going to go in with the second color in the crease. I've lost my favorite blending brush and I'm beside myself, so for this one I'm going to be using this Urban Decay kind of fluffy brush. It's not as fluffy as the one I like, but it'll do. So I'm just going to run that through the crease, kind of soften that line up a bit. The crease color I think is a little bit unexpected because normally when you're doing, you know, like a smoky look with browns, that you would reach for another brown. But I have this little palette, or this little kind of magnetic palette that I got in my Ipsy bag a few months ago. And it came with these two colors right here, which are from Yaby. And they're really super tiny, as you can see, kind of held up with my hand here. I got the two colors Seashell, and then the other one is Azalea Petal. It's a really pretty color, and when I very first got it, I didn't think I would use it much, but I find myself grabbing for it a lot. Number one, because it's in this handy little palette, but also because it's just a nice neutral color that I can kind of work into a lot of different looks with plums, with just those two colors together, or like in this look with kind of a smoky color. So I'm going to use a crease brush and just kind of dab right into that and apply it right through the crease. And then use that same blending brush to just soften that up as well. The next thing is to add the highlight, and I'm actually just going to use this second color in my little palette, which of course is the Yaby Shadow in Seashell. It's just kind of a nice neutral color for a highlight, a little bit shimmery, which I kind of like for this look since it's kind of dark. I'm going to apply that with a nice flat paddle brush, just right underneath the brow. I'm going to bring a dab of that down towards the inner corner. Now it's time to apply the eyeliner, and I'm going to use a Clinique color. It's one of the Quickliners in black brown. I think their eyeliners are really nice because they're soft and they apply really easily, and they have this little smudger brush on the end, which I find very helpful. And of course there are other lines that have these same kinds of eyeliners, but I really enjoy this one because of the color. It's almost black, but not quite. And I really like that because it almost kind of matches my hair color, which is almost black, but not quite. Just going to line right along the lash line. I always start in the middle. Work my way to the inner corner. I'm going to create just a tiny bit of a wing, nothing too dramatic, because I think the shadow's pretty dark on its own. And then right down below, just right there at the lash. And taper it as I get closer to the inner corner. So I essentially want that to be one continuous line. And then I'm going to flip it over and just kind of soften that edge a tiny bit. And right over top of that, I use this really tiny e.l.f. brush. It's actually called a concealer brush, but I never use it as a concealer brush. And I'm going to grab that brown color that I used on the lid and just kind of tap that over. The eyeliner color. So of course the last step is to apply the mascara. So I'm going to first curl my lashes. And I don't know about you guys, but I don't know, I go back and forth on my mascara routines. I do different stuff all the time, but lately I've been using this Ione Cosmetics mascara that I found at Albertsons. It's kind of curved and it claims to be waterproof, but I don't find it to be waterproof necessarily when I wear it on its own. But I do like the combination of this and another mascara that I'm going to show you in a second, because the second one tends to almost clump my lashes a little bit. This one keeps them really separated. So I've been doing like a coat of this. And I kind of like the brush. It's curved. I like it. And then right away I apply a second coat, you know, because one needs to wear 2 mascaras every day, of my Clinique High Impact Extreme Volume Mascara. It's in this kind of silver tube, and the brush is gigantic. But it seems to really add a lot of color and volume to my lashes, which I always feel like I need, especially when I have a really dark look on like this, because otherwise the lashes kind of get lost. This one is extremely nearly dried out. I just ordered another one for my friend Shannon. I'll link her page below. See, you can see a difference in the two. And you know, just in case 2 mascaras isn't enough, how about a third? I'm actually going to use my bottom lash mascara on the bottom lashes. And it has this wee little brush. At least in the close-up y'all can't see my stupid bottom lash mascara face. Okay, that's it for the eyes. Okay, so I'm going to finish up the rest of the look, of course, with some blush and lipstick. Since the eyes are pretty dark, and I might do just a tiny bit of pink on the cheek, but I do want to add a little bit of contour. The E.L.F. Blush and Bronzer in St. Lucia. And I'm just going to use the bronzer color to kind of contour a wee bit. As always, I go a little bananas with the bronzer, so I'm just gonna pat it down a bit with my leftover on my foundation brush. And I'm gonna add the tiniest bit of pink on my cheeks with this super old blush. I'm sure you're not supposed to keep cosmetics for this long, but when I worked at Clinique years ago, we got this at like one of the trends for fall, I think it was. And it's a Shimmering Tones powder in Shimmering Berries, and it's really cool because it has a bunch of different colors in it, but I kind of just wear them all together. It's just really subtle, but adds a bit of pinkness and shimmer. And the very last step, of course, is to add my lipstick. I'm going to just simply use a lip gloss, or it's kind of a liquid lipstick. It is one of the Rimmel Show Off lip lacquers, and this color is Solstice. It's really pretty, kind of a mauve-y pink color, and the brush is really cool. I'm sure you guys have seen other reviews of it. It usually has a little well in the brush, which allows you to kind of deposit quite a bit of product. The other thing I like about it is that it kind of fits my lip shape, if that makes sense. Like the Cupid's bow on my lips, this really fits it pretty well. I've been wearing the crap out of these lately. Because I bought like 5 of them, but don't tell anyone. And I do feel like this is one of the better wearing colors. A couple of them, as you wear them, like leave, you know, the ring around the lips. But this one seems to wear pretty evenly, and when it's been on for a few hours, there's still a little bit of color left, but I think because it's so close to my natural lip color that it doesn't leave that kind of awkward ring around the lips. So this is definitely a good find. I think they're $4.99 at Walgreens. Right now they're $4.99, buy one get one half off, which is why I have a couple of them. Alright, so that's my first tutorial with the new camera. Be sure and let me know what you think in the comments below. I'll list all the products that I used, as well as show you some close-up photos of the full look and the eye makeup. Please be sure to subscribe if you haven't yet, and give this video a thumbs up, and check out my Facebook page, and I'll talk to you guys soon. Bye.